Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pagen and here we talk about all things books. So today's video is going to be my birthday book gifts / recent charity shop finds haul. So we have a lot of books to go through. So I think this is 34 that I last counted. And I don't think I've bought any more since. So the first part, we will be talking about all the books that I bought for my birthday. So the ones that I was either bought by my husband as my birthday present, or I used some of the money my granddad gave me to buy some books too. Then the second part will be all the books I found recently in charity shops, and yeah, we'll talk about briefly what they're about, what I know about them, and yeah, that kind of thing. First off, I want to start by saying if I don't sound 100%, it's because I'm not. I was planning on doing this video over the weekend. It's now Monday, but Saturday I woke up and I was so unwell. Honestly, I was so ill on Saturday, so ill on Sunday. So yeah, I'm doing it now Monday. I'm not 100%, so I feel a little bit more out of breath than normal. And my voice is a lot more croakier than normal too. I'm hoping the camera doesn't pick up on it too much. But yeah, we're just going to see how we go. Obviously, the longer I talk, I feel like the more my voice is going to be strained. So I've got my water bottle here, which by the way, Aldi, I think was like £6.99. It's basically like a fake Stanley. I've got my trusty water bottle to help soothe my throat. So just to begin with, my birthday was in February. I was 27. And my husband asked me what I wanted to do for my birthday, and I recently got into reading this year again, as you should know from my Instagram and my previous videos. So I said I really wanted to go to bookstores. So he didn't really give me a limit on what I could spend, which was his downfall, to be honest. He just picked out like 3 bookstores that were like in a similar area. And we just kind of had a wander, and he just said pick out what you want and we'll see. So we first started off at Waterstones, where I got like 6 books for like £55 or something. Now I kind of regret going into Waterstones. I wish I literally just went into the Works, because I could have got so much more for the same amount. But you know, you live and you learn. So after Waterstones, we then went to the Works, and I don't even know how many from there, but I got quite a few from there. For a lot less. And then my husband bought some for me in the Works, and then I used some of my granddad's birthday money to buy a set of books, so we will get into that later. And then we did go into a new bookstore called, I think, Serenity Bookstore or Booksellers or something, in Stockport, Manchester area if you're local. But I didn't actually get anything from there because the prices were very similar to Waterstones, and I'd had enough. So we're going to get into it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to talk about from actual bookstores. So first one is this one. It is Friends, Lovers and a Big Terrible Thing by Matthew Perry. Oh, R.I.P. I'm a massive Friends fan. Anyone who knows me will know this. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, that's it, have to get it. It was also on the buy one get one free in Waterstones. So I did get another one. Sorry, scrap that. It's buy one get one half price. So yeah, I did get another one, obviously, with this deal. So I don't know. Obviously, it's his biography in it. It's him just talking about his life. I don't even care. Like, I don't care, but like, I don't even care what it's about. Matthew Perry wrote it, so I'm going to read it because I love Friends and I love Matthew Perry, and when I found out he died, I cried for days because I have watched him be Chandler so many times for literally over a decade now. I got into Friends in high school in like year 10, so what are you then, like 15? So it's been a massive part of my life. So yeah, had to obviously get this one, and I can't wait to read it, but I have heard it's gonna make me cry, so yeah, but yeah, can't wait. So then I also got It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. Now, I have read It Ends With Us. That was one of the ones I read last year or maybe the year before. Actually, I can't remember. I've not yet watched the film, but I do actually want to watch it. I'm going to get it on Prime. And I really enjoyed the book. I really enjoyed It Ends With Us. And obviously, this is the second book in the series, but it's the prequel. So, this is all about, I can't remember what she's called, Lily, that's it. Lily and Atlas. So if you've watched It Ends With Us, obviously Atlas is like her first kind of boyfriend, if I remember correctly. He's the guy that was like homeless, living in that like abandoned house, like at the back of her garden or something. Again, if I remember correctly. And it's all about them too. So yeah, can't wait to read this. But that's literally all I know about it. I then got a set. So when I said that I got some with the money from my granddad, I saw this. Now, I love Colleen Hoover, but I've only actually read It Ends With Us. So I don't actually know if I love her. I loved that book. So I really wanted to venture out and read a lot of her books. So I did get a set. So it was all of these for, I think it was like £20. This was from The Works, as was this one, by the way. So as you can see, yeah, £5. This was a set, I think it was like 20 quid, like I say. So obviously we've got all these, so we'll just run through these because I know nothing about them. So, Heartbones. This one just says, damaged people recognise other damaged people. It's like a club you don't want a membership to. There's obviously more to it, but I'm not going to go off and read every single one. Then we have November 9. Again, I know absolutely nothing about this at all, but yeah, got that one. Without Merit. Again, I know nothing about it. At the top here it says, not every mistake deserves a consequence. Sometimes the only thing it deserves is forgiveness. And again, there's more, but yeah, I don't know. Then we have All Your Perfects. Again, I know nothing about it. It says, can a love story with a perfect beginning survive a lifetime between two imperfect people? So, I don't know. Then have Ugly Love. Again, I don't know what it is. An unforgettable love story that breaks all the rules. I have no idea. But I've actually heard mixed reviews about this one, so I don't really know. And the reviews that I've heard where they say they don't like it, I actually can't remember why they said they don't like it. So, yeah, this one. That's it for Colleen Hoover now. So I've also got Funny Story by Emily Henry. Now, obviously, I've heard amazing things about Emily Henry. This is the first book I will ever have read by her, and I don't actually have any others by her, but they are on my want to read section on Goodreads. I don't really know what it's about. Yeah, I don't know, but I do like it when authors that I've heard are really well loved write little reviews, and that they're on the front or back of the book. Now here on the back you've got Ali Hazelwood. Again, I've read nothing by her, but I've seen so many people obsessed with her. Then Colleen Hoover is on there, and then Taylor Jenkins Reid as well, and obviously, oh, and Beth O'Leary as well, which are obviously very popular authors. I'm very new to the whole reading thing again. A lot of the ones that I own are like 10 years old, so I have been buying books from these authors. So we'll see if I actually do agree with everyone else and like them, but it's always a promising sign when a lot of people like these authors and these authors like this author. So yeah, got this one. I actually can't wait to read this. This was the one that I got with the Matthew Perry one for Waterstones for the buy one get one half price. Then we have Abby Jimenez, Just for the Summer. Again, I've heard amazing things about this. So Jess Massey, she's also on BookTube. She's kind of what got me back into reading on BookTube. She is obsessed with this author. I think she's like one of her top 3. Also, Emily Henry has got a little review on here. So obviously, got Beth O'Leary and Ali Hazelwood again. So yeah. I'm excited to read this one. I have no idea what it's about, but it's obviously romance. We got The Women by Kristen Hanna. This was half price from Waterstones, I think it was. This is what made me go in. I saw that this was half price, so it was only like $4.99 or something. And it was literally in the door at Waterstones, so that's when I said to my husband, I was like, oh, let's just have a look in here. And yeah, £60 later nearly. Yeah, this one, I've not read anything by Kristen Hanna, but I have seen and heard a lot of good things about her books. I believe a lot of her books are historical fiction, and they make people cry, basically. So who doesn't love a good book that makes them cry? I'm really excited to read this one. I've heard that this and The Four Winds are like the top books that she's wrote, so can't wait to read this one. And then obviously, if I'm getting into reading, I have to have got ACOTAR. So I only got the first two. These are both from Waterstones too. I got A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury. I don't really know anything about this apart from it is romantasy. So obviously, for those that don't know, romance fantasy. And that basically, yeah, I'm going to want to leave my husband for the men in these books. So yeah, I can't wait to start this, but I don't think I'm going to be starting this anytime soon because it is such a big commitment with obviously the 5 books, and there was a 6th one coming out soon too. And then I know then it goes to Tog series, and then whatever the other one's called, is it Crescent City series or whatever, I don't even know. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to prioritise this just yet, but I am excited to get into it when I do. I then got Hello Stranger by Catherine Centre. This was the works again. This was £2 and it was supposed to be $9.99, so as soon as I saw £2 I was like, oh, get that. I don't know what it's about, but again, I've heard really good things about Catherine Centre. On the back we've got little reviews from Taylor Jenkins Reid and Emily Henry again. All I know is it's a romance, or that's what I think it is anyway, I'd assume. Love Isn't Blind, it's just a little blurry, it says on the front. So yeah, another little romance book here. And then I got Catherine Centre, the rom-commers. Now, the Hello Stranger one, I haven't actually heard anything about. I've seen it, just like on Goodreads and whatnot, but I haven't actually heard anyone read it and talk about it, whether negative or positive, whereas this one, I have heard positive reviews. Don't know what it's about, don't ask me. I'm assuming it is romance again, and it was £3 from the works, so I was like, no brainer. We've got reviews by Emily Henry and Taylor Jenkins Reid again, so yeah, got this one too. So these are all the ones I got. I don't know if you can even see this in the frame, but yeah, there's loads. So that is the birthday book gift side done. We're now going to get onto the charity shop finds, which I'm just as excited about. So I've got them all stacked up. I don't think you can see them in the frame, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 to talk about from charity shops. So we have The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. So like I said before, I've heard really good things about Ali Hazelwood. So I don't know much about this apart from something to do with science and a lab or something. Is she like a university student or something? 3rd year PhD candidate. It's a romance book and it's very popular on Book Talk. So yeah, had to get this one. This was 50p. Oh no, actually, sorry, no, this was £1 in the charity shop. I then got The Gingerbread Christmas Village by Kylie Dunbar. I've never heard anything of her or this book, but I saw it in a charity shop. I can't remember how much it was. I got a few. I think these ones were 50p each in this charity shop. I just thought, you know what, I'd like to have some Christmassy, festive type books on my bookshelf ready for Christmas. And I believe these are just like cute little romance books. And yeah, they have like a Christmas feel, so I just thought, yeah, ready for Christmas. I did also get Christmas at the Borrow a Book Shop by Kylie Dunbar too. I'm not actually sure if these are the series or standalones, because on the back it has like the other book, and then that one has that book. So I actually don't know if these are series. I'll have to look into that, but either way, these will be being read in like November, December time. We have Sarah Morgan, the Christmas Book Club. So again, Christmassy vibes, just so I have another one to read in November, December time when I'm feeling festive. Sorry, I've got an itchy eyelid. And it says book club. And I've never read a book about books before, but I just love the idea. So to be honest, you'll see I've got a few about books. Yeah, so like obviously the Borrow a Book Shop is about books. And then obviously this one, Book Club, is about books. And I'm pretty sure I had another one. Oh yeah, I have another one that's also about books, but it's not a Christmassy one, so we're not talking about that yet. Again, don't know anything about it. Doesn't really say much on the back. I think this is part of a series. Again, there's 2 other books by her on the back, but I've not really looked into them because there's no rush. Christmas is ages away. This will be like a nice, cute, quite a shortish read for Christmas time. So actually, I can't remember if I said those. So these 3 were all 50p each. So 150 for these 3 for Christmas. Then I was absolutely buzzing when I saw this. There's a new charity shop that's recently opened up in the town that I currently live in. I say that because I'm moving soon. But anyway, went into there, had to obviously check the books, and I found, the full Twisted series. Literally all of them, just side by side. And I was like, no. And I had to go on Goodreads and just double check that there's only 4 of them. And there is. And they were 50p each. So I got this whole series for £2. I was amazed. Honestly amazed. Now, don't ask me if I know what each one is about. I've been looking into it. I believe they're spicy books. They're romance as well. And this is a series, so you have to read them in a certain order. Again, I don't know what order that is. If that's in the correct order, then that is just pure luck because I have no idea. But I believe you've got to read it in the correct order because characters from previous books can get mentioned in later books. Each one is like focused on a different couple. So all this one says on the front, he has a heart of ice, but for her he'd burn the world. That's Twisted Love by, is it Anna Huang? I don't know. And then Twisted Hate, he hates her almost as much as he wants her. Then we got Twisted Games, he can't have her, but he's taking her anyway. And then Twisted Lies, he'll do anything to have her, including lie. So yeah, I've heard that they're quite spicy, so I'm excited for those. Then got The Wake Up Call by Beth O'Leary. I don't know anything about this. Sun wrote, this enemies to lovers story is full of laughs and chemistry. Emily Henry wrote, Beth O'Leary is that rare 1 in a million talent who can make you laugh, swoon, cry and ache. So again, I don't really know anything about this one, but yeah, I got this one. Oh, this one was £2 from a charity shop. I also got The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary from the same charity shop as the other one. This was also £2. Now all I know about this is they share a flat, but they never meet. Or they have never met. I'm going to be honest, I don't understand. And I told my husband about this because I've actually seen this morning someone did an Instagram story on Bookstagram and they said if you like Friends, you'll like, these books, and this was one of them. And my husband's also said, like, how does that work? Like, I don't understand how it works. Oh, here, Tiffy and Leon share a bed. Tiffy and Leon have never met. So, yeah, I don't even understand it. But, yeah, got this one. Oh, here's the other book one I was telling you about. The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. This was £2 also. I don't know much about this one. All I know is there's a bookshop does it like disappear or something and it appears randomly. Yeah, a vanishing bookshop. I don't really know anything else about it. I have seen a couple people have read it and they thought it was like a 3-star read. I really, really like the idea of the magical side, the fantasy with a bookshop included. So I feel like I might like this. So yeah, we just got it. £2. You can't really complain, can you? And if I don't like it, it can just go straight back on the charity shop shelf. I then got 50 Shades of Grey, only because I was at my mum's house the other week and we were talking about books, and she was going through her books that she has to see if there was any that I were interested in reading, and she has the second and third 50 Shades of Grey but couldn't find the first one. Now, she used to read these when I was a teenager and I never read them. First off, when she first started, I think I was a young teenager, so I weren't allowed, and then as I grew up I didn't really care to read them. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to give them a go. And then also, my mum can reread them again as well if she wants. I got Fern Cotton, Happy. So, again, I've not seen anyone say anything about this on social media or YouTube or like absolutely anything. But I like Fern Cotton. And it's a self-development book. It says, where is it? So yeah, it's basically talking about mental health and ways to keep it, like depression and anxiety and stuff, at bay. So, you know what, I thought, why not? On the front it says finding joy in every day and letting go of perfect, and all these ones, not all of them, but a lot of these ones are self-development books, and I have, I think, more in our spare bedroom too. So I do like a good self-development book, and I always like to read like one-ish a month. Like recently, sorry, I keep itching my nose. I need to sneeze, but it's not quite coming, so I do apologise. But yeah, so I've just thought this is like a quite nice-ish self-development book to read and see if it teaches me anything that I don't already know. We're getting there. We're getting there. So we've got Jessie Keane, The Make. I have no idea what this is about. I know she does like crime thriller type books. I think it is. I think that's what it's classed as. I'm not really sure. It says Gracie Doyle thought she'd left the East End behind, but there are some secrets you can't outrun. It says gritty and powerful. Martina Cole fans will love this addictive novel. I don't know if this is a series or standalone. I've not actually looked into it, but my favourite book so far in my entire life is Nameless by Jessie Keane, which is book 1 in the Ruby Dark series, which I've talked about on a previous, I think it was my February wrap-up, sorry, we're in March. In my February wrap-up, I talked about it. I gave it a 4.5 stars. It was incredible. I absolutely loved it, and I'm trying to find the rest of the series in charity shops, just to try and save some money because I've got loads of books, but I haven't found any. The only one I found is this one. So I thought, yeah, let's try venture out of just out of the Ruby Dark series and see if I do like other books by her. It was literally £1, so I've got One Italian Summer by Rebecca Searle. I think that's how you say it. I read, what's it called, In 5 Years in January, and I think I gave it 3 stars. It made me cry loads because it talks about a terminal illness, and it's just a little bit too close for home for me, especially in the time I was reading it. And yeah, the ending also of that book really, really pissed me off too. But I thought I'd give her, oh here it says there, In 5 Years. I thought I'd give her one more chance before I completely write her off. So I thought I'd read this one, but this was going to also make me cry because it's about when her mum dies. It literally says when Katie's mother dies, she's left reeling from the loss. So all I need to remember is do not read this around the time my mum actually passes. You know, touch wood, that doesn't happen anytime soon. Because yeah, this will absolutely break me in a stage of grief. But yeah, I don't really know anything else about it. We'll see if it is literally just her writing style that I don't like, or if it is just the fact that when I read In 5 Years, it was just too close to home with what I was currently going through. Now, I did do that one. That was in my January wrap-up video. I didn't really give too much information on there, so if you don't want to know a spoiler right now, then skip ahead like 30 seconds. But basically, the main character's best friend gets cancer, and it goes into massive detail about chemo, and I regularly get brain scans to check that I don't have brain cancer because I've got a cyst on my brain. So I was actually waiting to have a scan for it, and I'm actually still waiting for the results now. So when I read it, I think it was just a bit too raw, because I was thinking, oh, this might be me when I get my results, after I've had my scan and get my results. So, you know, that might be just why I didn't love it. Because the first half, before that happened, I absolutely loved. It was that second half that I had the issue with. So yeah, we'll just see how we get on. Oh, that was 50p. I can't remember if I mentioned that. That was 50p, so great. I got After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This was £2 also from a charity shop. I don't know anything about it. I literally know nothing about it, but I've heard really positive things about Taylor Jenkins Reid. Also wrote The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I've heard amazing things about. I've actually not heard anything about this one. I've not seen positive or negative reviews on it on Instagram or YouTube. I've not actually looked on Goodreads for any reviews, so I actually know nothing about it. I don't know. So yeah, I just thought I'd try her out as an author. Like I say, I've never read anything by her, so we'll see. So I mentioned this book before briefly, The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. Obviously, as you know, I got The Women on my birthday, so when I saw this, and I was like, oh, I've heard such good things about The Women. When I saw it was Kristen Hanna, I was like, I have to get this one. And then since buying this one, I have seen so much in like Facebook groups, on Instagram, on YouTube, everything, absolutely bigging this up. So I'm so glad I picked it up. I don't know what it's about, but again, I believe it's a historical fiction, and that it's going to make me cry. So yeah, 50p as well, if I didn't mention. We're down to the last two. So I got the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. This was £1 also. You know what, we're just going to talk about these two together. I also got the Cinnamon Bun bookstore. So obviously I know these are in a series. I don't know what order the series is, but I got both of these. I think I'm probably going to read these towards the end of summer, early autumn. I just feel like that's the kind of vibe they give. I mean, they are just beautiful covers though, aren't they? They are so cute. My best friend actually was telling me she wants to venture out, not just read like thriller smut, and was like, oh yeah, like I really want to read like the Cinnamon Bun bookstore. And I was like, you do realise they're full of spice apparently. I didn't actually know myself when I bought them, but I've heard that they're very, very spicy. I've also, what made me buy them originally was who I mentioned before, Jess Massey. She mentioned that if you like Gilmore Girls, that you may like these. I don't know if that's correct, and if that was actually her opinion, or if that's why she read them. I actually can't remember now, because it was like, God, 6 months ago. I don't know. I just heard they're spicy. It's small town stuff. Yeah, it's Dream Harbour. That's what it's called in it, the series. Oh, it says here, spicy books. I have never seen that before on a book. It doesn't say on the other one though. But yeah, so anyway, we'll see. With a small town vibe, that must be why it feels like Gilmore Girls. And then obviously it's got spice in it, and I don't really know what else. But yeah, I'm excited to read these, probably like I say, like August, September, October time maybe. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, so we are all done. I've just counted, there's 33 books. I did count like 3 times, so hopefully I am right. I did think there was 34, but there's 33. That's literally absolutely everything that I have got in the last couple of months for my birthday, and then just multiple charity shop finds. Probably been in like 10 charity shops in total in the last couple of months. So yeah, these are all the ones that I've accumulated recently, and I can't wait to read all these so I can start on these. Comment below, let me know which of these that I've talked about are your favourites. Which ones do you reckon I should bump up the list to read sooner rather than later? And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for sticking around if you have. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.